Hello everybody and welcome back. This is MarkGamingShark. Today I'm bringing you another Blade&Soul Alpha video here. Today we are going to be doing another character creation. We have two videos already if you guys want to go check them out of the Jin, of both the male and the female versions. Those are full customization videos so that you can see like everything. Every little detail. They are fairly long, but that's so you can really look at every detail if you guys couldn't get into the beta or the alpha here. But today we're going to be going over to the gong, and we're going to start off and make one of these badass characters right here. So we're going to start off. This one will be the male, and we're going to clip it in a little bit here so we can get the full thing. And then you can have the different backgrounds. Look at the massive arms on these guys. They look like they could destroy people. I mean, that's why they are the gong. And we have these different ones here. Go into these different poses. Pretty fierce pose right there. We're going to stick with this one right now. And then you have the different outfits here. These guys are massive compared to every other class, like insanely huge. That looks kind of awesome. We're going to stick with this right now. So these are the presets here for the gong. So many different things you can be. Alright, and we're going to stick with this default right here, so we'll add on to it. It's one of the non-gigantic ones. I mean, we could go for this one as well if we wanted to. This guy's kind of huge as well. But we're going to go with a little bit smaller body type. And these are face types, so we're going to zoom in here. We're going to go to hairdo and change it to one. We can kind of see the faces a little more here. And these all are fully customizable. We'll get that to a little later in the video. We'll be able to go through every little detail that we want to customize here. Just have so many good faces here that we can choose from. I kind of like that one. I don't like his eyes so much, you know, a little bit too angry, but we can always edit those a little later. We also have this one. This one's a pretty good one as well, so I think I'm going to choose that one. So here are the different skin tones. We'll zoom out here a little bit for you guys. That is silver. You were literally the silver surfer right there. I think probably about that, yeah, about that skin tone is a good one to stick with. You can also do your face gloss, you know, as you can see my face, how much it shines off it. I don't really need shine, or I don't enjoy it too much, so then you have the majestic body shine where you're a work of art right there. But I also do not, maybe just a tad, maybe throw in some, you know, just a little taste. All right, and then we'll go over here to hairstyles. We'll zoom back in. Go a little bit to the side here so you guys can see them all. They may need to do a little bit of messing around here. I don't know if they will, seeing as this is pretty close to the final thing. Maybe with just scaling how much you can see of the gong, since they are so huge. I don't know exactly how much you'll be able to see on that. Especially in this character creation. If I was to choose a much greater size character, you know, we may not even be able to see any of these hairstyles. But I mean, you could always change your height and then, you know, just change that back. Going through here, pretty good ones. And of course, afro. Always got to have the afro. That actually does not look half bad on a gong. Surprisingly enough, I think this is probably the best class to actually, or race, sorry, to actually have an afro on. Have all those different ones. I don't know which style we really want to go to. Maybe a little more hardcore, yeah. Gone right here. And then we can change the hair color, of course. And we'll go through all the different ones here. And this will be the class I plan to play, mostly at launch and everything. I plan to be a destroyer. I just have been looking into it quite a bit, and it looks pretty awesome. So this will be a class that I will be playing in the race here. So it'll be pretty awesome. You can really go pretty crazy. I don't know which one we really want to go with. That one's a little too far out there for me. I don't really like the black one too much. The white one's not too bad, even though I plan to be kind of more towards the Crimson Legion side. Celestial looking things aren't too bad most of the time. So we're going to keep that one. And then we have the body type. See, get a nice zoom out here. As you can see, you can make these guys huge or very strange. Their arms are a little strange here with this preset kind of thing. But I think this one is about where we're going to be at. I don't want to be crazy gigantic and everything, at least not yet. I'll look further into it, you know, as alpha and beta goes on. But that's where we're at right now. So now we are on to facial decorations. And starting with, we're going to hit the eyes. We're going to start with a color. I may have to go over here real quick and change eye shape, eye size. I know he's gonna look pretty crazy, but that's so I can show you guys these actual pupils a little better here. We're going through them. Here you got Sharion. You know, everybody's going to me included. But, you know, then you have all these different kinds. Some pretty cool ones. Pretty crazy. I wish you could zoom in a little more on the gong here. You could zoom a lot closer in on other character creation to get a little bit of a better close-up. We're going to choose the good old one, and then we're going to go with a brighter red. I think that's a good one here. And then we can make it all the way black, very crazy and demonic looking, but you can change the whites of your eyes, you know, on the back sides here to an increasingly darker color if you'd like. We're looking evil now. So now we're going to move on. We have the brow type, which would be right up here, nice eyebrows and all that. I think I'm going to stick with the one it had. You go on to facial hair. That nice rugged look right there. I'm not sure why the hair looks, it's a little more granulated like here, but then whenever you go to like these, it's more uniform into a weird style. So I guess it just depends on what you're going for. That's actually a pretty good beard. That's pretty majestic too. But I think we're going to go with I think that's a pretty good one. You can increase the density here and make it even darker. Don't worry about the color. Next one right here, we have our color of it, so we can make it, you know, the same as our hair, or we can go to a darker black kind of color, which you know, with all that, we may just go back here to our hair and change the color to black or to a darker hue. That one looks like it works a little bit. So we're going to keep that. Go back here. Now we're on to cosmetics. If you can't tell much difference, there isn't a ton of difference here in these. This would be, the cosmetics here is your eyeliner. So this, you're really going to have to pay attention right here. We're going to increase the density. Maybe you guys can see a little bit of change here. Maybe to a red color. There we go. Wow. That's pretty intense. But you can see as we change through here what each one looks like. I think I'm going to go with more of like a black drop on that one. And then we're going to have a nice full density there. And when we come down here to the eye shadow, we can increase that density. This is right around it, like on the actual socket area around. So should be able to get some tint around it. You can see it slightly changing, but it doesn't change a ton. So you can notice it right there a little bit better. Just a whole bunch of different ones, but I may just keep that one off and then keep that one maybe a little bit more. That one, he's looking pretty fierce right now. Keep those up there. Nose color, you can be Rudolph if you'd like. you know, Rudolph with the good old-fashioned afro, you know, that'd be cool. Or if you're going for that Bobo look, that also reminds me of it an extremely lot. Just crazy amount. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to put that to nothing because, you know, I don't want to be Rudolph or anything. But you can get that really like anime kind of like sleepy, cold kind of look that they go with. We're moving on to lips here. Here we will increase the intensity here for you guys so you can really see the colors. I doubt you want to on a male character, but you know, to each their own. You can really get some bright colors out here. I can't wait to see some crazy people coming in here and just making the most insane combinations and colors of everything. And then people going around being PK'd by them. That's going to be pretty hilarious to get killed with somebody, you know, that's just messing with you the whole time. So I believe we were on this one, but we had the intensity scaled down pretty low. There we go. So we got that one. You know, the intensity is just how much, and then you can do a little bit of shine if you want that glossy shine finish to it. We do not, obviously. And then you have your facial decorations. These are pretty cool as well. I may keep those. I'm going to look through them here for you guys. A little bit of freckles, beauty marks. Oh, that's cool. And it's a red scar too. It really looks like you've been just gotten out of battle. That's very sinister looking. So is that one. That's kind of cool there. And then the classic right there. I kind of like that one, but I'd probably save that one for more of a Kung Fu Master. Since I am a destroyer on this one, I'm going to go for that more edged kind of like crazy looking guy that will own you if you try to mess with him. We're going to go through here and check a couple more. I did like this one, and I don't know why so much, but I think it works very well with him. So I think we're going to keep that one. We're going to move on to face customization. The crazy amount of customization you can do here is going to be insane. So this is your complexion, just how your face is going to look. The little details within it. I think we like probably this one. It's a little more angled, a little more angry. Brow position, up and down. You can just do whatever you feel like. Angle, how sincere or angry you want to look. We don't want to come off crazy angry at everybody, but you know, we want a little bit of tilt. And then we may want to put it down. And then we have the forehead turned to the side here so you guys can get a better look at that. As you can see how it's moving up, how it's going to look on your face. Eye position, you know, where you want them to be placed. I'd say right there is pretty good. Eye size, we had to go super big eyes, you know, so we could actually see the pupils on these guys, but if you guys want to scale it back a bit, you can definitely do that here. We have width, and that's how big on the sides you want them from side to side. Maybe slightly. Alright, and then you have pupil size, you can make them super tiny or boom, right in your face. We're going to go about that medium mark. We are going to go at the 0, the dead on mark. Position, now move it up and down in your eye. So wherever you want that to be. We'll go about right there, I'd say. Eye shape, you know, moves them up and down. We're going to keep it about right there. Distance, how much you want them away from each other, you know. And eye depth. If we go here, you should be able to see that a little bit better here. I'm going to switch, get you guys back into here and see if we can see it a little bit clearer here. We are having to really go in there, but we weren't able to zoom in too much here. So we were down here at eye depth, and you can see how your eye is moving in your eye socket right now. Alright, now we're moving on to nose. Move it up and down, wherever you feel like putting it. We're going to have right there. Side to side, want a little bit of a nose. Bridge, maybe a little less of bridge. Maybe a little more on the width here. Make him a little more fierce looking. And then I'll make your bridge go up and down, which if you turn to the side here, you can kind of see that, how it moves up. You want a pretty straightforward one. Nostril type, I'll move it up and down, and keep it about right there. And then the height, also, you know how big you want your nose. Maybe a little bit higher. Maybe get those nostrils a little bit more. Maybe the type a little bit higher. There we go. Alright, moving down to the mouth. Alright, we got a good one right here. I think we can keep it right here. This is a good viewing distance to, I guess, get a full view. Got the jaw length, make it as long or as short as you'd like. I'm going to go about right there. Width, get that strong jawline. There's going to be about right there. Chin size, you know, go about right there. And chin width, just the base of it right there. I think that's a pretty decent one right there. Jaw depth. See if we can move it a little to the side here and see that a little better. One there's a little bit out, a little strong jawline, you know. for our nice gun destroyer here. And the angle, we will mess with that. But we're going to keep it about right there. Maybe a little bit. We're gonna move it. So we had it about here. I actually like that. I think we're gonna keep it about right there. It looks pretty good from afar as well. Alright, we're gonna move down to the face, basically making your head big, small, whatever you want it to be. Cheekbones, you know, however you want them to be. We want them down because we want that strong chin line, you know, very fierce looking. And then cheek size, you know, you can adjust that to however you feel like it. Keep it about maybe a little bit less here. Go in a little bit here and see how that's looking. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Alright, so we have that one. And then we can add wrinkles if you want to be an old sage. You can increase them all here. We'll max them all out for you guys to see them all in their glory of full wrinkles. So you can you can go, you know, less, more, however you want to with all these. But us, we're trying to be a youth, very powerful. Alright, and that's it for the face customization. Now we move on to body. And for the gun, that would be pretty important with scaling of everything. You know, if you're wanting to be just gigantic muscles and just powering through everything, this is where you're going to be doing it at. So we have head size, and ours was about right here. So we're going to keep that one, maybe move it up to 3. Now I'm going to move it back down to 2 right here. And then we have the neck thickness. You're going to want a pretty thick neck for being so muscular, you know, all that training. Alright, and then we have the length. Go up and down. You can make the gun look insanely tall if you choose to. Torso, bigger, smaller, whatever you feel like. We're going to go a little bit bigger here. Alright, and then shoulder. You know, you're going to want them pretty high for the gong to not look like you're slouching. I mean, unless you want to. There is so much character customization in this, you can do almost anything. And your width, you know, you can really sprawl out, get those huge arms, a little bit in here, and make them a little bit more realistic, I suppose, from somebody that works out all the time. Shoulder size, be super ripped. We're going to scale it back a little bit here. Arm length. Keep our arms. Our arms are pretty big, but we don't want them too much here. So I think that's a pretty good one for my size. Hand size. You have huge hands. Look at that. You could crush a person's skull purely from your hands with that. but I'm not crushing any skulls. I got a huge axe, so I mean, you do pick them up by their skull and slam it into their axe, so that'd be kind of cool, but it is what it is. And then you have your hand length, which I'm just keeping mine the lowest to make my hands not look extremely weird. Got the width here. Don't forget leg day, so you know you don't want your top being insanely huge and then your waist and everything below looking like you've never done leg day. So you gotta keep up with leg day here in Blade&Soul. Alright, and then you have the thickness. That also is your butt, if that's where you're trying to gain anything. I think that's about it. Gong do not have butts. Look at that. Just flat down. I guess it's the price you pay for just being so ripped. You don't get that butt. And then you have looks so funny going up and down with that because your abs just like compressed. So we're gonna, I think that's a pretty good, maybe a little bit taller. Have that length. Be super huge and with an axe and everything. Want to look pretty cool with that. Your thighs, you know, this portion of your body here. We're gonna keep it down a little bit. Also look at it here. You know, the width. You can choose how ripped you want your thighs to be. And then you have your calf. You know, go up and down. It's this portion. We're going to be about right here, I think, is a good one. And then you have the width. Again, you can make it a little more muscular if you'd like. I think that's pretty good. Foot size. You have big feet. Should have pretty big feet on a gon, I would suppose, to support your massive structure you have here. I think that one's pretty good. You have your build, and that's just, you know, how ripped, I guess. You want to be ripped, you want to be fat, you want to be bones. You can do all those. But we're trying to get that sweet spot. So I think about right there is where we'll be good at. Height. You'd be a super tiny little gong with a super ripped little guy. I don't know exactly how the scaling's gonna work. I wonder if, you know, you can make this super tiny little gong and it'd be the size of like a Lin. That'd be kind of cool. A little super ripped gong size of Lin. But I think the scaling naturally makes gong a lot taller than all the other races here. So we're just going to keep that there. We're going to run over here and listen to all the different voices we can do.
This should be fun!
No! Taya!
I'm ready for adventure!
Tia! Quata!
For honor and for glory!
Taya!
That one's pretty good. It's pretty demonic looking, or sounding, I should say. But I don't know if it goes that well with this. We'll keep listening here.
My enemies will fall before me! Tia! Hurya!
My path has been chosen.
Chia! Hurya!
Danger? Good! I love danger!
Oh! Hurya!
Do you bleed? You will!
Chia! Hurya!
The heavens watch over me.
Quata!
Pain fades. Victory is eternal.
Ha! Taya!
Alright, I think I liked champion.
My enemies will fall before me.
Ha! Taya!
It goes very well with his whole, you know, demonic mentality we have right now. We'll also look at the lighting here on the different ones we have. And then you can compare them. This is where you'll see the actual size. This is what I'll compare up to a Jin male, then a female, another Gon if they choose the defaults of them, the female, the Lin. I will be twice the size of a Lin. Would you look at that? I'll use the Lin as weapons. That's what I'll be doing. And then the Yin. But I think we're good there. We're gonna throw a little outfit on just so we can look kind of cool here. Really cool looking. But that's it for this video, guys. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you'd like to see, and I'll try to bring you guys that content here. If you guys want to see more Blade&Soul videos and want to be up to date on anything I release, feel free to just subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.